So 47 Meters Down is the newest shark movie, and originally this movie was a straight to DVD, but for some reason got a theatrical release. So the story is simple. Two dumbass sisters went on a vacation in Mexico, and after a series of dumbass decisions, they decided to do something dumb, which is going to a cage, go into a ship, get inside a cage, and drop down to below sea level to see great white shark. Then shit gone wrong, and now they're 47 meters down below. You know, when it's come to shark movie, I keep my expectation realistically low. I mean, when you think about it, after Jaws, shark flicks haven't been that good. And maybe other than The Shallows, The Shallow is actually pretty good. But other than that, they're just really average to really shit. And I'd be lucky to get an average shark movie. And you know, 47 Meters Down was okay. It was okay. Now, I want to talk about the pros and cons of the settings. This movie takes place, well, 47 meters down. And here are things that I like. Once the cage drop, our two characters are in danger throughout the movie. They can't take a break. I mean, they're underwater. They can't just, you know, get some sleep or, I don't know. I mean, if it's not the shark, running out of air could still kill them. And surrounding them is really, you know, really dark, really greedy sort of atmosphere. And because the water is not clear, so you can't really see where the shark are. So they just don't know when the shark's gonna attack or where the shark are. And it's just like dangers could just be like pow, a surprise, you know. So the setting really play a big part in terms of creating that sort of atmosphere that is really tense and really, you know, what's the word? Suspense. A really suspenseful atmosphere. And for that reason, they can't just stay there and wait for help. Our main characters, they have to make some really, really risky call. So in other words, the premise, even though simple, works. But now let's talk about the things that didn't work. By having these characters under the sea, you need to have air masks, you know, like those oxygen masks for them to breathe. Because if they don't, they're just gonna die in like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and we won't have a movie. So in order to have a movie, you need to put these characters in, you know, full gears, scuba diving gears, and that include a mask. And when you're in that mask, it's hard to, you know, in terms of like filmmaking, it's hard to record the sound live on the day they were recording. So they have to do what, you know, the filmmaking term is ADR, or audio dub. You know, the process of, you know, adding the voice post-production. And that was just some of the worst ADR I've seen my entire life. Now, I'm more of a visual person, so, you know, like sounds, errors, it doesn't really stick out for me personally that much. But in this movie, it was so bad that there was one scene when the two sisters are talking, and you can just see clearly that their mouth's not moving. Like, it was just so bad. And I find that's kind of funny because Mandy Moore is the voice of Rapunzel, and I thought she was fantastic as Rapunzel. And to say that she was terrible with the voice work is kind of hysterical. Performance overall are just bad. It's really bad. Also, the directing is really, really sloppy at some part. I mean, I could think of a couple of moments where they're trying to do a jump scare, and it just takes forever to set up. You know how jump scare, like, you know, when the music stop and then certain kind of cameras sort of, you know, start moving certain ways, things start going certain way, and you know, yep, there's a jump scare coming, so you sort of prepare yourself. And I feel like the filmmakers kind of, you know, going for a different route. Like, you know, we don't want the audience to know when the scare is gonna occur, so we just gonna, you know, have the sharks come in like the most unexpected moments. But I think they failed quite miserably, because to set up the jump scare, they just go back and forth of the POV shot and the close up. Let's go bam, bam, back and forth for like a good 30 seconds before the scare come in. And if it's like, you know, 10, 15 seconds, I understand, like, oh, they kind of go for something different, like the scare wasn't predictable. But this one was so bad, come to a point where I'm just like, is this gonna happen? Like, this thing is taking forever to set up the scare. And by that time, it's like, you know what, it's not effective anymore. And there's a twist ending involving a character getting hallucinated, which I won't get into because spoiler. But it was it was so bad. Like, it was handled so sloppy, and was the writing, the performance, directing, everything was just so wrong. And it's a terrible ending. All in all, it's just another average shark movie. It's nowhere near as good as The Shallow, and of course, I mean, Jaws. But we live in a world where they're making a 5th Sharknado movie. I kind of feel grateful that we got a shark movie like this. I mean, we're not gonna get another Jaws. I mean, we were lucky enough to get The Shallow, and this one could have been another Sharknado. But it was just an average shark movie. And I mean, yay. The ideas, the premise sounds great on paper, but the execution could have used a bit more work. I'm gonna give 47 meters down a 5 out of 10. Hey guys, thank you for watching the review. I really appreciate that. And if you like this video, click the like button, share this video to your neighbors, and just tell me what you think about the movie down in the comment section. And I'll see you soon.